Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my monthly review for this month's issue of the Walking Dead comic book series. This is for issue 189 now. It is called Lines Are Drawn. Alright, and possible spoiler warning, if you guys have not read this issue yet, you're definitely going to want to read it before you watch this review. So this was another really fun issue of the Walking Dead comic book series, hit yesterday, issue 189 now. So we're almost at 200, we have less than a year, we have basically 10 more issues, and then we get our big 200. So what will he have planned for issue 200? What will we see happen? It looks like it's going to be big. And as we've seen with The Walking Dead, bigger and bigger all the time, more and more characters, bigger and bigger communities. Now with the Commonwealth, the biggest community we've ever seen in the history of the series. So as such, things are not going well at the Commonwealth, as we've been seeing ever since Rick and the group have gotten there with Dwight and the others. They've kind of figured out that the Commonwealth is unstable. The leadership there is shaky, and they are close to mutiny. So in this issue, we actually get to see, as it's called, Lines Are Drawn. You have an explosion on the cover, and people that are kind of like, people of the Commonwealth are sort of like, behind the corner. They're like, oh my God, what's happening? And it was a really good issue. I thought it was a really exciting issue. You have Rick, who's right in the middle. He's not really, lines are drawn, but he hasn't really taken sides yet, or at least, he kind of took Pamela's side when he killed Dwight, but at the same time, he also agrees that the people are not behind Pamela. So he's kind of in a interesting sort of situation to be in, where he sort of agrees that the current leadership is not getting it done and it's not working, and then because the people are so unhappy, and then at the same time he kills Dwight in order to protect Pamela earlier, so when she was kind of being overthrown there. Now we see someone else make an attempt. You have Laura afterwards free Mercer in this issue, so he's in his cell and they do the explosion which gets him out, which was pretty cool at the jail, and so they're able to escape. And you have basically him sort of taking everybody into custody. Fascist, you get someone who calls him a fascist and throws a bottle at him which hits him in the head. And he says, he points the gun at everybody, the assault rifle, and tells them the next ones are live ones, so they're going to have to, next shots end your lives. So disperse, so they have to leave, because he's basically told them if not, he's going to kill him. So Mercer's out, Mercer's free, and he's taken over the military, and he's taking over the Commonwealth, but the people are not necessarily behind him either, really. It's strange because, we don't really get a clear understanding of who the people of the Commonwealth are actually 100% behind. And at the end of the issue, we have Mercer who presents it to Rick that they won't choose me, maybe they'll choose you. So what should Rick do? What's the right thing to do in this situation? Well, probably hold an election. That's what I think. I think they should probably put up the different people that are involved without having anybody get killed right away. Put up Pamela and, that side of things with Lance and Sebastian, her son, and everybody on that kind of side of things. And then, maybe you could put Rick as one, and then Mercer as another, and then anybody else who wants to run. And then they could kind of sort it out that way to where the people get to choose. And then if they choose, they can't be too mad about what they get afterwards, because they were the one who decided that that's what they wanted and the person they wanted to be there. So, but more of a democratic type of situation than Mercer just taking over the whole thing, or the way that Pamela was kind of had things running earlier, where there was too much instability because there was too much inequality. Good stuff. So I loved it. So we're getting to see, again, some new territory for The Walking Dead. A political territory is not really something we've seen addressed before in The Walking Dead. It's not something that, in Alexandria, maybe a little bit, with Douglas, or in the TV series Deanna, and sort of who was going to lead Alexandria, but nothing to this degree. We have not seen something like this happen before. So it's cool. It's new ground for The Walking Dead. It's good stuff. Rick is still coming across most of the time as the good guy. He gets Pamela out of there, and Sebastian, even though Sebastian's a little shit and is always pissing everybody off. So he gets them out of there, and, he's not really saying... Then again, he did kill Dwight, which a lot of people are really upset at him about. but Dwight was pretty much taking that mutiny role and going to start firing. And Rick's trying to keep everything together and maybe minimize casualties as best as he can. So however this thing goes. So he gets them out of there. He runs into Jesus, Carl, and the others that have headed down to see him. Carl's with him now, who comes into the Commonwealth, which is very cool. Going to be nice to see Carl in the Commonwealth. And you have Jesus as well as the others. So basically, Pamela's out and she's safe, right? They're banging down the doors, but he blocked it and he got him out the back, and then they got out of there. So it was an exciting issue. I liked it a lot. I thought it was great. I love the political stuff and the questions about what's going to happen, who's right, who's wrong, and what they're going to do. And I don't think it's so easy to say, who's the good guy, who's the bad guy in this situation is not really... It's almost like it doesn't apply, or it's like it's too simplified of a model to explain everything that's happening in the scenario. We're seeing a lot of different things go down, and nobody is 100% innocent, and nobody is, I guess, 100% guilty either. Or it's not really like Pamela and the others are really asking for it, but at the same time they were kind of being unfair to people. So. Yeah, it's good stuff. I mean, I like the stuff also with Stephanie and Eugene, with a possible relationship starting there, because Eugene, it'll be nice to see him have a love interest like that. And in this case, they get stuck from last issue with that huge zombie horde that's coming in. They go into the train in this one, and they basically stay inside, which is kind of cool. It's like a terminus inside the train car, but it's good. And Eugene's optimistic. He uses a fire extinguisher to create a diversion, and then he's able to get out of there. He references No Way Out at Alexandria, which was cool, and that they don't need to be afraid of the dead. They can. They're dumb and they're kind of slow, and they can find a way to get through them. They just have to be tough, and they just have to use their fear, properly. To get them into the right minds, maybe get that adrenaline pumping, but not to the point where the fear overtakes them and they freeze. So as we saw, at the end there at Alexandria with, for example, the Anderson family, like Sam and stuff like that. You guys remember some awesome. No Way Out had some great stuff. So they find a path through and they get out of there, and safe for now, and possibly enhancing their relationship, because now Stephanie will see Eugene as a protector too, which is always good. So I loved all that stuff. It'll be fun to see how Carl reacts to what's going on in the Commonwealth. It'll be interesting to see what Rick does, whether or not Rick is interested in taking on this kind of a role. Of course, he's got Alexandria and his own communities to worry about. The Commonwealth is a new, huge community, and he's never really been in that type of situation before. So we'll have to see what happens. But this issue, I loved it. Thought it was really exciting. Of course, you got Laura out there somewhere, and just a lot of things happening, but engaging, fun, exciting when they're escaping, exciting when Mercer's kind of, taking things over, and... like he's got Lance, and Lance was found hiding under his bed and stuff. It's fun stuff. So I'm going to give this one a 9.3. I love the issue. I thought it was great. I enjoyed everything in it. And, it's different Walking Dead than what it ever has been before. It's a new type of story that we're entering in here with the Commonwealth. But that's a good thing. And it's unfamiliar. It's not quite like anything we've seen from The Walking Dead before. It actually might feel more like a Game of Thrones type of story than even like, especially with Sebastian and Pamela. It's like, but then Pamela's not bad. Pamela's good. But then Sebastian's a little shit. It's like Joffrey or something. And then you got Rick mixed in there, and good stuff. Unlike anything The Walking Dead has done before. So I enjoyed it. So I love the issue. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Leave your comments below. And it was pretty cool. Again, I know I say it every time. Every month we read an issue, but to see Rick talking to Carl, just talking to each other, just like side by side. That was cool, man. That was worth the read right there, right? So, yeah, you guys know why. Leave your comments below. If you like the video, thumb it up below, share, favorite, and subscribe at the bottom left if you're new. If you want to help support the channel, you can do so through Patreon. Link will be in the description. That's it for this one. I'll see you guys again soon for another video. It's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.